Paul Pogba's career has been filled with ups and downs, initially leaving the Man United academy and then joining Juventus, where he became the best young midfielder in the world, playing in the Champions League final and winning 4 consecutive Serie A titles. Then coming back to your old home under Jose Mourinho for a new exciting challenge. Surprised everyone with your price tag, a player who was bought by Man United after City bought a Chelsea reject from Wolfsburg. Pogba was on the right path. Finally, he was gonna get the attention he once craved under Sir Alex Ferguson. He was gonna be the face of Premier League. In his first season back at Man United in 2016, he had 5 goals and 4 assists. And in the next season, 17-18, he had 10 assists and 5 goals in just 27 appearances. And everything seemed positive. Some injuries surely slow him down, but he was too strong and he overcame every difficulty that came in his way. And finally, 2018, the World Cup season was. He won the Europa League just before that and also a domestic trophy with Manchester United. And also secured the second place in the Premier League and a place in the next year's Champions League. It was all perfect. World Cup was on the biggest stage and he was very consistent throughout the World Cup. He ran the show for France by his perfect passing to his spellbinding vision. He provided everything for that French team. Alongside with Kante, he was unstoppable. And it seemed at certain times during the World Cup that he is the most creative player on the planet Earth. And then came the finals versus Croatia. All eyes were set on the young Kylian Mbappe. And there he was, scored in the finals, and Pogba won the much-awaited World Cup with France. And it seemed like that France got a new Zinedine Zidane. Pogba was on fire. He was in every newspaper. His biggest critics were shutted down by his sublime World Cup campaign. Everything was just so fine for him. He had a great family, a decent club, and just won the most prestigious trophy with his country, which is still a dream for billions of people today. His dab celebration was a sensation. Pogba was everyone's favorite. His hairstyles were always the talk of the town. He was hated by many, but adored by millions. But then something happened. Some fights broke down between him and the manager Jose Mourinho. And during a training session, he was heard having a heated argument with the boss. Pogba already missed a lot of games due to his injuries, but this time the ego of the manager Jose Mourinho was hurt. So Jose Mourinho decided not to play him in big games, which infuriated the player even more. His activities off the pitch were not affected, and many Man United fans were losing their cool. He seemed to prioritize other things in social media over playing and giving everything for the club. It seemed that his biggest wish, winning the World Cup, was fulfilled, and now he did not care that much about the club he played for, which gave people like Graham Souness a reason to talk about him and criticize him at every certain point. Week in and week out, he was in newspapers, but always for the bad reason. Pogba, from being the most adored person, became one who was hated by his own fans. Fans were upset with his performances and lack of seriousness towards the football club. They were upset with the wages he was getting, and still as if he didn't even care about Man United at all. Managers kept changing, but either Pogba was injured or either he was too preoccupied by the things off the pitch. He didn't even try to give his 100% even once. After the signing of Bruno Fernandes, he was not even the most creative player in the team. Within one season, Bruno Fernandes, with his performances and his creative abilities, became the most favorite player of Man United fans, and Pogba became a toy Man United and their fans didn't want anymore. Despite of the poor form of the club and his own carelessness, his activities off the field never halted, which made the fan base even more angry. And then started the series of racial abuse and hatred targeted towards him, which honestly I'm always against. Bale recently in his interview told that he never understood that whenever he was not performing, he lost his confidence, and at that moment when a player needs the support of the fans the most, the fans actually turns against you. They whistle you, they talk bad about you and your family. which even lowers your morale even more and makes you feel even worse. And due to that, your performances get even worse, but they never stop. This just reflects what goes through the mind of a footballer. And most of the football players are not even the fan of the club they play and for. When they see fans abusing them and their families after a run of bad game, they lose all their hope. And that is exactly what happened with Di Maria at his time at Man United. Now it seemed like that everything was over for Paul Pogba. Should he retire considering that his poor form and the fact that he was so injury prone? But then rumors of Pogba back spread like fire. From the day he left Juventus, some fans were confident that one day our star player would return to Turin. And when the things got worse between Man United, he never signed or asked for a contract negotiation. And it seemed that both the club and the player knew that it was all over. And the French Maestro was gone from Manchester United. When he came back to Turin, Juventus was already struggling with injuries and crises in their own club, especially in the top people. They were suffering point reductions, bans, and jail times, and whatnot. But this did not stop Pogba. He wanted to help Juventus in the time of crisis, and he wanted to win another Serie A title with them. Before joining Juve, he released a documentary on himself named Pogmentary, which actually went out to become the lowest rated documentary ever regarding a sports personnel. He said a very famous thing in his docu-series which caught a lot of eyes. He stated that United fans know very little about football. This made the fans very angry, but that just shows what goes through the mind of the player when him and his family are abused by his own fans. Now at the time when I'm recording this video, it's been a year since Pogba has joined Juventus. Until now, he has not scored or assisted for Juventus. He has missed numerous games due to his injuries. Months after he joined Juventus from Manchester United, there were many rumors that the top people of Juventus are discussing to just sell him because he was taking a lot of wages from Juventus and he is not performing at that certain level. Very important game against Udinese, he was on the bench. He just came after months of injuries. He didn't even play that game. He was on the bench. But before that match, he failed an anti-doping test. For those who don't know, anti-doping test is just a test which makes sure that the player has not taken a supplement or an injectable which might affect the ability of that player to play the game. Because if any substance is taken which may alter how you play the game, is considered as a form of cheating and you can even get banned after that. And if you fail the anti-doping test, you can even get banned from that sports. So that is exactly what happened with Paul Pogba. Before that game, he failed an anti-doping test. It was suspected that Pogba's testosterone level was abnormally high. Testosterone is a hormone which is actually produced by the body, especially in the males, but the rate which were found in Pogba's bodies were normal, and it was suspected that either he has taken a supplement or either he has taken injectable to basically enhance his performance in that game. Taking such substance or such material is not allowed which enhances your footballing ability, because obviously that is cheating, and due to that there are rumors that Pogba can even get banned for 4 or 6 years. The case is still going on. We can't jump to the conclusion, but there are very strong rumors that he might miss the next Euros and the next World Cup. And honestly, if he gets banned for 4 or 6 years, he might even consider to get retired from football. Well, if you just remove his 2018 World Cup campaign and the one Europa League trophy he has won, you might say that he is not a good player or he had a lot of ability but he is a failure. On his day, he was the best midfielder in the world. He was very inconsistent, and due to stuff like his injuries and obviously his brother always trying to publicly defame him and doing stupid stuff, that obviously affected him a lot. But his initial step at Juventus and then his 2018 World Cup spell cannot be forgotten. I, as a Man United fan, could never forget the comeback he made against Man City. Also the glimpse of creativity he showed with Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Romelu Lukaku and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And I hope that he gets cleared from all of the cases he is surrounding, and I hope that he can perform at the level he used to perform when he was initially at Juventus. If you enjoyed this video and need more videos like these, kindly let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.